I had one of those moments today where I found out that I don't know as much as I thought I did. You guys ever have a subject matter or knowledge based on something that's pretty pretty decent and you think you know a pretty decent amount about it, and then you have a moment where you find out you don't? Well, I had one of those moments today. So if you're familiar with the Bible, you know there's a gap between the Old Testament and the New Testament. Well, I don't know why nobody ever taught me this or even talked about it when I was growing up. I grew up in a preacher's household, so my grandpa was a preacher. You think they would have told me this at some point, or in all the times hanging out with people who studied the Bible, you think I would pick it up, but no. I didn't realize that from the end of the Old Testament to the beginning of the New Testament, there's 400 years go by. Now, what happens in those 400 years? Well, the Romans take over. Like, they're in control. The Roman Empire is in full swing. And you start connecting the dots and you realize the answer to the question, why does God allow certain people that definitely do very, very bad things? Why does he allow them to get so powerful? Well, without the Romans, we would not have had Jesus' ministry the way that it was. The Romans brought infrastructure, common language, roads, currency. Like, everyone is now connected. Like, you actually have to work kind of hard to not be connected to that specific area that Jesus was in. Like, there's ways to get everywhere now. Without all that, it'd be very difficult for someone to travel the way that Jesus traveled with his friends and get word out the way that he did. There was no internet, stuff like that, and I just thought that was so crazy. The Israelites had to wait 400 years for their Messiah, and most of them didn't accept him. The more you know.